Alright, folks, this is big news. This is big news, but we should take it with a pinch of salt. But seeing who the sources are, and they've mostly been right most of the time when it comes to big breaking Power Ranger news that are exclusives, they've mostly got them right. Now, this story comes from Illuminerdi, formerly that hashtag show where people moved from that hashtag show to Illuminati, mostly some of the Power Rangers people. And they've been getting the exclusives. They were the people that got the big reveal that Austin St. John would be returning for Beast Morphers. They got the exclusive that Dr. K was returning to Beast Morphers. They got the exclusives about the Dino Charge people returning. Like, they had all the inside scoops. And while most of it was kept secret, most of their inside scoops for Beast Morphers were on point. And don't forget, Illuminerdi were the same people that had the inside scoop that Dino Fury would be adapted, or Risolga would be adapted into Dino Fury at the start of the year. And this next news is very big, because this broke at 3 a.m. for me. I didn't know how to react. I couldn't really record because it was 3 a.m. I couldn't shout about it. Couldn't be a bit noisy about it, because this is big fucking news. So let's talk about it. Hasbro to end partnership with Toei. What does this mean for Power Rangers on TV? Exclusive. And this is written by Bryce West. Posted on... Oh, my throat is dying already. Let's get some water in me. So this is written by Bryce West, and I'm not gonna edit me drinking water, because I'm gonna do this uncut, unclean. You're gonna get my raw reaction to this thing, even though I read this at 3 a.m. You're gonna get my honest thoughts. I don't want to make any cuts around this. If I and ah, maybe I'll cut that out. But let's read the article. The Illuminerdi has recently gotten word that Hasbro will reportedly not continue their partnership with Toei. Toei. Ooh, I cannot see my hard T's today. Including the footage of Super Sentai for the Power Rangers television series. That means, according to our sources, Super Sentai will no longer be a factor in production for Power Rangers. Ooh, my throat is really sore today. So this kind of shook the internet when we heard this. They're not going to be using Super Sentai when making Power Rangers. This is a big factor into the series. Oh, I need another drink. Far out. So, ever since Power Rangers began back in 1993, they've been using Super Sentai footage mixed in with American footage, and over the years they use frickin' their own footage here and there. They made their own footage here and there for later seasons, their own original American footage, and it was apparent that Hasbro was doing that in Beast Morphers. They had a lot of American-made footage for the show, and they barely used Sentai here and there. They even made their own original Zord footage here and there, from what I was told. So if Hasbro does not want to use Super Sentai footage, that is going to be very weird moving forward. And it does kind of come into play with where this article is going to go next. So, well, it says that in the next paragraph if you're reading it. So, this is kind of a game changer if they don't want to use Super Sentai footage anymore. So, our sources are also telling us that 2021's Power Rangers Dino Fury will be the last season of the long-running Power Ranger franchise after their contract with Nickelodeon expires. So that's also been on the plate for a long time as well, that Nickelodeon and Power Rangers are going to be ending their deal soon at the end of next year. Big news. And a lot of people have been asking me, what is that deal going to do for Power Rangers? Is Nickelodeon going to renew it? We don't know, because Power Rangers isn't hot as it used to be, like it used to be in 1993. It doesn't pick up a lot of steam here and there, and it struggles to find a brand new audience. Sure, it does find brand new fans that are younger, but it's not a big hot staple like it used to be back in the 90s and early 2000s. Like, Power Rangers doesn't move sales like it used to do back in the day. And that's for some new viewers. Like, toy sales are fine from what I've heard, like the Lightning figure collections and stuff like that. They do well. But we don't know the figures for the other toys. But from what I've heard, not always the toy figures are doing fine, and the younger viewers are struggling to get into the series here and there. So Power Rangers has kind of lost steam. Now, take that with a pinch of salt. I don't know if that's 100% true, that Power Rangers has lost steam, but it seems like it over the past couple of years. But that's just my opinion, that Power Rangers isn't as big like it used to be when I was a kid growing up. Okay, so let's keep reading. They made a video on it. I probably won't play that video. This is also important to note that production for Power Rangers franchise has moved from All Spark Productions to another Hasbro subsidiary, E1. The transition can mean multiple things for Power Rangers. E1 is known for their popular children's animated series, Peppa Pig. It is possible that an animated Power Rangers adaptation could be in the works. That was not explicitly confirmed by our sources for it, however. So, an animated Power Rangers series would be great. Fans have been wanting that for ages. And will Hasbro do that? Because a lot of people bring it up at Hasbro Q&A saying, hey, have you ever thought of a Power Rangers animated series? And they're like, we haven't thought of anything yet. But hearing they're moving from All Spark Productions to E1, is that a big upgrade or a downgrade? Like, they're moving to one of their side productions. So is that good or bad? Like, I wouldn't know. Like, they say that E1's done animated series. Pardon me. But but I don't know what else they've done, so that's a big mystery within itself. So where does Hasbro go from here? There are plenty places Hasbro can go after this, after going to but some of these are going to be some personal speculation, while others we know Hasbro will have to focus on going forward. I'll make it very clear what is speculation and what has been confirmed by our sources. Okay, let's go. In my personal opinion, I think it's beneficial for Hasbro to move on to an animated series going forward. Fans for years have expressed the interest for a Power Rangers animated series, and if Boom Comics have proved anything, is these characters can have amazing storylines when they're not restricted to existing footage. That is true. That is why a lot of people like myself love the comics, because they don't have the Sentai footage to go off, and they can be their own, whatever series it can be. They can also adapt certain storylines from the comics, such as Shattered Grid, to bring fans in. Okay, now let's read what is not confirmed. It is also possible, not confirmed, parentheses, but Hasbro can put a heavier focus on Boom Comics once Power Ranger Dino Fury has concluded. However, similar to the Nickelodeon deal, the Power Rangers deal at Boom will also be running out in 2021. I did not know that. Holy shit, I think someone told me about that, but that could explain the whole Boom Studios and Power Ranger comic ending in 2021. Okay. It is also possible that Hasbro could choose not to continue the deal, considering the success of the comics. I have a hard time believing that Hasbro would want to stop their partnership with Boom Studios. Okay. Now another thing... Okay, let's read the next paragraph. Now, another thing that our sources have confirmed, that Hasbro is committed to their upcoming Power Rangers movie that is in development over at Paramount. We have more information about this new movie within the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. Okay, I will. I'll definitely post a video on that story. Okay, so that just says, what do you think of this? And blah, 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 blah. So, this is big news. A lot to take in. That Hasbro is moving away from Super Sentai and Toei. And I had that speculation up in the air for the longest time, because Hasbro and Shout Factory have not been working together to put out more Super Sentai. Like last year, I don't think we got that much Super Sentai released by Hasbro, Shout Factory, a lot of people were hoping for something such as a Rabe Ranger, and before Hasbro took over, the big Hasbro change, where the gears started to shift, there was a lot of rumors, such as, there was a lot of speculation that we were going to get 5-man because Jetman sold so well with Shout Factory. I think even Bruno from MMPI Toys said he knew that there was some ramblings going on about 5-man being adapted, and I think there was like maybe an image of the box art, and then we saw nothing about that. I could be wrong, so don't take my word on that, but I knew there was ramblings about 5-man to be adapted not to be adapted, to be really to be released on DVD. I need more water because I'm going to be talking for quite a fair bit. So, I'm guessing that Hasbro does not want to lean on the Shout Factory DVDs or work with Toei. They want to make Power Rangers their own identity outside of Japan, I'm guessing, but the fact that Power Rangers has had the identity from the Super Sentai for so many years, and Hasbro wants to move away from that, is very interesting. So, does that mean that, like it says down there, like Dino Fury might be the last season, or Dino Fury will be the last season of the long-running franchise? I'll say might, will. We got to take that with a grain of salt with what we're hearing right now. So, that is a lot to take in, that it will be the last season, and I guess we'll find out eventually. And if you watch the season finale of Beast Morphers Season 2, that's sort of like a happy ending to a franchise, like how they ended Beast Morphers. Like, everyone got a happy ending. Spoilers, I won't say anything, but if you do watch my channel, then you probably watch my review, or you watch the Season 2 finale of Beast Morphers. I won't spoil it, but depending on how they handle the ending to Dino Fury, will they wrap up the long-running franchise and stuff like that? Who knows at this point? Who knows? And an animated series would be nice. I would love to see an animated adaptation of Shattered Grid. I would love to see an animated adaptation of the story comic lines, or sort of like an anthology series. That would be interesting to see. And then we have down here that Boom Studios and Hasbro's deal ends next year. We don't know when next year. They just say 2021. That could mean at the start of 2021 or the end of 2021. They just say it ends in 2021. So we'll find out what happens with that deal. I hope the comics don't end, because the comics are the only reason that keep me sane when it comes to Power Rangers content, with how awesome they are. But I guess we'll have to find out eventually, because this puts a lot of cards on the table for the Power Ranger franchise, and whatever Hasbro is going to do, I am very, very curious. Now, this could be good, this could be bad. A lot of people are up in the air. They didn't know if this was real or not. I believe this is real with a pinch of salt. Like, I believe that hashtag show, Illuminerdi, because they've usually gotten it right when it comes to their exclusive sources, because they do know people who work over at Hasbro and Saban and stuff like that. They have their sources, and their sources are people who work in the industry. And some people were tweeting at me and tweeting at other Power Ranger YouTubers saying, I tweeted Simon Bennett and I wanted a response from him, or I tweeted at Hasbro to get some word on this, and Hasbro aren't going to say anything about that. That's not how companies work. They're not going to come out and tell you what you want to know because you tweeted at them. It doesn't work like that. So don't tweet at the executive producers, the showrunners, the companies and stuff like that. They won't know what's going on, or they know what's going on and they won't tell you because you're just a guy on social media who wants to know what's going on because you want to know what's going on. So don't tweet at the companies, don't tweet at the actors or the executive producers, because they won't tell you what's going on. That is a fact. If Hasbro is going to tell us what's going on, then they will release a press release or an interview or something like that. So don't tweet at the people who work on the show. Don't bother them with silly questions like this or this article, because this is a very under wraps story that no one can probably come forward with who works at the company until the time is right. So yeah, this is a lot to take in. I want to hear your thoughts on this story. Tell me in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care. All that good stuff. Love ya. Bye. Did I say love you? Or take care of yourself. Because that's a lot to take in. Be good to yourself. Be good to one another. All that good stuff. Bye.